Welcome to the Control-M Events video. In this video, you will learn how to use events when working with a job workflow. Events enable you to create dependencies between jobs. When you have a dependency, a job will not run until it is triggered by the required event. Let's assume you have a flow that the Generate Accounts file job runs an application that generates a file, and the Process Accounts job reads and parses this file. In this flow, the Process Accounts job is dependent on the Generate Accounts file job. The Generate Accounts file job should add an event after the file is generated, and the Process Accounts job should wait for this event before it starts parsing this file. The simplest way to create this dependency between the two jobs is to drag the arrow from the Generate Accounts file job to the Process Accounts job. Let's look at the events that were created when we connected the jobs. In the Generate Accounts file job, in the Actions tab, we see the event. This line adds the event called Generate Accounts file to Process Accounts. This name can be edited. In the second job, in the Prerequisites tab, we see the Wait for event called Generate Accounts file to Process Accounts, the same event that we saw being added in the first job. So, when the Process Accounts job detects the event from the Generate Accounts file job, it runs. If the Process Accounts job had multiple Wait for events, they would all need to be detected before the job would run. We also see here that this event will be deleted when the Process Accounts job has finished running successfully. And if we look at the Actions tab, indeed there is an event here defined to delete the event upon successful completion. By default, the event is deleted. In some cases, you might not want to delete events. See the documentation for more information. Sometimes, you may wish to use a single event to trigger several jobs. For example, a job creates a file, and 3 other jobs transfer this file to different locations. In this scenario, the first job would add an event that would trigger the other jobs, and these other jobs would not delete the event. To use a single event for several jobs, you cannot use the arrow, but rather you need to provide an event name and apply it manually to all relevant jobs in the job definitions. To learn more about when to keep or delete your events, see the documentation. By default, events are set to run date, so the date of the event is the date it was generated. Sometimes, you may need an event that does not have a specific date. In this scenario, you just want to make sure that the event happened. For example, you want to make sure that a database is currently running, whatever the date is. In this case, you will define the event to be with no date. You can also create events based on the folder or job end status or the output of the job. This enables you to have alternative flows depending on what the result of the job is. For example, if the folder ends with the status not OK, then it will trigger a recovery workflow. In this video, we saw how to use events to create dependencies between jobs. For more use cases and usage information, refer to the documentation. Thank you for watching this video.